Hello. Hi, y'all. Alright, I have a beautiful message from a beautiful spirit today. She decided to connect with me. I don't know, it was so random that I was gifted, this opportunity to hear her, but it was a soul, beautiful soul. You guys really have to bear with me here because this is an actual channeling from a spirit, a lost spirit, a deceased spirit. So definitely bear with me, y'all. I don't know why I'm shuffling, but I'm shuffling, so I'm just gonna go with the flow. Like I said, bear with me because this is new to me. Like I actually, like a deceased person came to me, and she began to tell me her story, and it was a very tragic story. Her execution, I should say, was very, very tragic. And viewers description, or however you say it, is advised. This is definitely something that is a little bit more hardcore, and how that goes, because I'm channeling from her, and she was telling me a whole bunch of stuff that basically happened to her, the way she passed, or she didn't even pass, the way she got killed, and this happened back in 1910. Five of Pentacles, exactly. Something very terrible happened to her. So as you can see, someone is walking on these bones here. Something very, very terrible happened to her. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Eight of Cups. Look, this fell out. So let's get into it. Wow, this energy is like soft, but it's very like and the wind begins to pick up this energy. She is very like speech. She's very like very gentle, very soft, but she was done very, very wrong. Very, very wrong. Yeah, and she just handed me this card again. It just fell into my hand. Yeah, she was done very wrong. So this video is not for everybody. If you're not really into, speaking, communicating with the dead, seance, basically, that type of thing, connecting with spirits, this is probably not the video. This is one of the first times that I've ever done something like this, so probably gonna make a whole nother channel amongst this type of stuff. A lot of spirits that have been killed, massacred, some form of detriment done to them, some form of unsolved mystery. They're coming to me, they're communicating with me, they're telling me their story. They're allowing, I just seen a dragonfly, they're allowing for me to receive these downloads, to furthermore set them free. It's some form of justice for their soul. It's like some form of entrapment that they're in, and just by speaking, communicating their message, getting it out there, helps their spirit to be liberated, to break through. So 333 on the phone. I drew this yesterday accidentally, and not accidentally, but like just like freely, no purpose behind it. And it ties into this message. I'm gonna show you guys again. So I was actually drawing some type of monster, like screaming, like raw, but yeah, it ties into this message for some reason. So I was doing some studying today, and I felt like the spirit led me, and she began to communicate to me through my mother and stuff. Like it's gonna get really deep, so bear with me if you yeah, you're here, thank you. And if you're not, anyways, Mother Teresa came up, and Mother Teresa is, as you guys know, you may or may not know her. I'm not sure of her origin, like her ethnicity, but I definitely did watch her, and I believe she's from like, don't quote me, y'all, like Iraq or Iran or Germany or somewhere over there, and she basically was a saint. They listed her as a saint before she passed or after she passed. In order to be deemed as a saint, you have to do a miracle, or you have to perform more than one miracle amongst someone, but I actually watched a video amongst her darkest side, or like her dark secrets or something like that, and she did a lot of sinistry shit. And I don't know why this spirit is like, she called me to watch that. I'm getting something about lies, false priesthood, something about being false in the eye, in the worldly eye. So yeah, Mother Teresa was born August 26th, so she is a Virgo. I'm a Virgo, so that was significant. She worked with the sickly and the dying. She did a lot of helping with the sick and the you know, the weak and the poor and whatnot. She basically had some form of camp, and it was named Hell's Angels, I want to say. I believe that's what it's called. You can go double check on that, but I do have Hell's Angels here, so something is significant here with some form of like hidden agenda or hidden society or civilization, some form of occult tied to that. So I was also hearing within the video that Mother Teresa received millions to billions of dollars per year for this civilization through donation. So with their living situation, they was still under like some really bad conditions. They had taken cold showers. They were reusing the same needles on these patients. They were doing a lot of like nasty shit for these people, yet they were helping them, you know. But I was basically getting from that she did a lot of collecting and she didn't do a lot of helping. But you know, rumors say, I don't know, you know. I'm really channeling from this spirit. She's like in this stormy but yet calm, you know. It's like that calm before the storm type of energy. It's like something regarding roar here. That's weird. Oh, okay. But anyways, yeah, something with a roar here. But basically, yeah, so let's get into the reading. But yeah, Mother Teresa came through, and then Ed and Lorraine Warren, if you guys aren't familiar with them, the movie Conjuring, basically they were in that movie. They did a lot of coming together. I just seen a fire truck pass by, so some form of alert here is coming through. The Exorcist performing some type, I'm hearing like the Poltergeist, what is it called? I'm hearing something about some form of like demonic attack or something like that, because Ed and Lorraine Warren, they basically worked with they were demonologists, so they worked with a lot of possessed spirits or possessed people, you know. And they not crucified, but so that's coming out, crucifixion is coming out here. But they work with a lot of like blessing the soul and cleansing the soul, rebuking those demons, you know, just doing a lot of things like that. But now the spirit basically began to communicate with me here. She told me to write on the back of this, which is why I knew it tied in together for some reason. She began to mention 1910. So I did the math here. 1910, she gave me these 3 years. 1910, 1922, and then 1932. So that this is what I got here. One, if you can see, they all begin with the number 1, and then the second number is number 9. So it's 1 1 1, and then 9 9 9, and then 1 2 3, and then 22. And then now we're in the year of 22. So I feel like this year, something about this year, the roar effect, I don't know, maybe it's as if her spirit is calling out for help or something. It almost looks like this spirit here, I don't know why this picture is so significant, but it looks like this spirit is like breaking or pushing something out or pushing something away. It's like an entrapment, like her spirit she never got her justice, you know, the way that she was killed. That happens when someone is killed instantaneously, or they're shot and they don't realize how or why they're dead. Some people don't accept death when they die, you feel me? So that happens a lot of times when people, you know, it's an instant or a traumatic death like that. So it's something about her getting her justice, her being revived, her being able to be free, setting free. Now we have here the Mandela effect. She gave me these terms, and I'm not necessarily sure why, and I guess I can go ahead and start pulling cards. Actually, I'm going to use this deck. I'm going to use my witch deck, and not a coincidence, is on the card Witch. So let's see. Divine Holy Angels, what is it that you need me to know this time, please and thank you. Okay, potions and spells came out, so I'm getting something here with some form of ritual being done, some form of casting being done. As you can see, you see this star here in the book. There's a star right here, and it deals with, it actually is upside down, so some form of occultism or some form of masonry is being done here. And then with the onions here, onions are almost like a funk, you know, so there's something like funky here being done. And with the this almost looks as if it's like some form of poison, though it says potion, that gives me poison. So there's something here that was poisonous or something very venomous here being done. And that also looks like blood in this one. But yeah, I just heard a dog bark. Something about the spirits, the elders, the spider. Yeah, some form of communication is coming through. Some form of, yeah, the grief, the spirit. She's communicating with me here. You see how she's tied up in like almost like dark or some form of pitch or some form of void. She is, I'm hearing release me. It's almost like me, look, the intuition card comes out. It's almost like me speaking about this frees her spirit. It allows her justice. Yeah, look, the banshee comes out in the reverse. There's something here that has been hidden. Yeah, and then intuition is peeking back through. There's something here that's hidden that she's needing for me to call on, to speak upon. So let's go ahead and get into her channel messages. So she said, I'm hearing 666. I just heard 666. So that's like, most people may think of the mark of the beast, but I'm actually getting something about biblical or something about programming or some form of script being written. So possibly the Bible. And you know what? I was gonna point that out, but I didn't. So with this card here, there was actually a Bible directly in the center of the card, but I didn't point it out, and I should have. Look, there's a Bible right there. There's some form of Bible or civilization here. She actually began to talk to me about a mob, some form of civilization or like masonry that came for her, that basically corrupted her. There was a word she gave me, which I will go into, but I have to get this out. A mob. I guess we'll have to come back to it, but some form of I don't know. Let's get into it. Anyways, so yes, wow, that's crazy. So I wrote, the first thing I wrote is 3 knocks biblically means, oh my gosh, that is not okay. That's not a coincidence. So the first thing I wrote was 3 knocks. It's a biblical meaning behind 3 knocks. So you could hear 3 taps or 3 knocks in your house. If you ever hear 3 taps or 3 knocks in your house, or 3 footsteps or anything dealing within the Trinity, that is a spirit. And last night I was up like 3 in the morning. I heard 3 knocks literally, and then I don't know why I had stretched and I knocked accidentally. So it was like my spirit or my subconscious, or I was intuitively communicating back with that spirit. And I swear, I kid you not, I did not mean to knock on that wall. It was like I stretched and I hit the wall and it was a knock. So some form of communication is coming through the 3. Those 3 years that she gave me, but that's mother, father, child, father, son, Holy Spirit. The past lives, I already gave you the dates, but bones, car parts, broken glass, shattered pieces. She said, because I have been seeing screws, so I've been seeing screws when I walk around. I see screws on the ground. So even seeing like shattered glass, seeing car parts, she says, or like scattered pieces of like something crushed up, that is the spirit of her. I'm not saying she's going to communicate to each and every one of you individually, but there is someone, obviously the reason you're here, the reason you're watching this video is because you have some form of gift within you that is going to allow you to open up to this. You're going to gain this access, or you have access. It's bigger, it's deeper than mediumship. You have the ability to solve mysteries, to talk to the roaming dead, you know, obviously not demons and parasites, you feel me, but those who were unjust, who were killed unjust, some form of unfairness was dealt to them, you know, and you are now here to help them. You can free spirits, you can free the lost, the wandering, you feel me, only if you choose. But she's saying bones, car parts, broken, any shattered, like a on the ground, like pieces of something shattered. That is a sign of that spirit, or a spirit trying to contact you, trying to get your attention. Hey, I need your help. I'm hearing rescue me. Ticking scale. So you know, like when someone goes under I don't even know if I'm going to use cards for this reading, but you know how when people go under like some form of hypnosis and they put on that little ticking thing and it just like ticks, it like goes like this until the person is under like that state of psychosis, you know what I mean? She gave me that, and I don't know why she said that, but she basically gave me that example, that a ticking scale. And then she said graveyard, land and royalty. So there was some form of land that she owned. There was some form of home, some land, some homeland that it was hers. I actually read something, I screenshotted it, and I'm going to read it to you guys because I feel it is very significant. Sorry for the distractions if they're too loud, but guys, I literally screenshotted this story. I just started to do my research on this, and it says it's a book by Stephen King, and it the book literally, she guided me. She said Wilfred James, or he, King James said Wilfred James owns 80 acres of farmland in Nebraska that have been in his family for generations. His wife Arlette owns an adjoining 100 acres. So yeah, she wants to sell her land, but if she does, Wilford, her husband, will be forced to sell his as well. James will do anything to hold on to his farm, and he'll get his son to go along. The story talks about betrayal, murder, madness, and rats. 1922. Do we not have 1922 on here? Is a breathtaking exploration into the dark side of human nature from the great American storyteller Stephen King. 1922, that's the date we have. So it's something here that's regarding betrayal, rats, murder here, regarding royal, like some form of royal land that she has, or she had, and something being stolen from her, some form of betrayal, some form of wickedness being performed on her, or throughout that time of her stay. Bloody hands, and I'm seeing blood and diamonds. So rubies, I'm gonna show you guys rubies, some form of pearl, inheritance, money, gold. I'm hearing bargain. So it's like a lot of people wanted to like try to talk her out of her goods, you know, some ancient, the movie, or excuse me, the book mentioned inheritance, owning. It said his family had the land for generations, so the things that she had, people wanted, people needed it for profit, but it was priceless to her. But of course, I'm hearing something about greed. I think she helped me write something down about greed. Yeah, look, everything is all over greed. This is all about greed here. So we have here Bloody Mary. So Bloody Mary is coming through. The rubies, the red roses. I'm hearing something about red roses, red diamonds, royalty, royal blood, ancient indigenous energy here. Very, very high class, upscale energy. And I wrote down again, bargain. So there's something here, like all of this is tying in. I promise you I'm not reading this as I go, like I'm just like channeling, and then I'll go to the next one. So if I repeat it, it's the spirit. Sinister. She says something sinister here is being done. Deal, some form of deal. Like I said, the bargain energy, something here is being like taken from her, or someone tried to take something from her, or someone wanted something that she had. Did she give it to them? I'm not sure. she had me to write classy, like I said, very high class, very noble here. And then I'm also seeing again ruby ring, pearls. So there was now, this is now where she began to mention her child. I'm gonna pull some cards really fast to see what anything she wants to say about her child. The Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is a very loving, intuitive, passionate woman, very loving and nurturing as well. Yes, and as you can see, she is holding some form of love. Also pertaining back to that book, the father said he's willing to do anything for his loved one. He's willing to do anything for the ones that he loved. So people are willing to die behind the ones that they love. They're willing to risk it all behind who they love. And then you see here the Wheel of Fortune came out. So something here, I'm hearing karmically meant to occur. So something about her daughter. You see how there's a yin and yang energy, that black and that white. So there's something here that was destined to be, destined to happen. And you see those crosses, they're very distinct. I want to be careful. I don't know if you guys can see, but right here there is a cross. There's two crosses, and that's that crucifixion, basically, that type of energy. You guys know when we were ancient, our ancestors, the reason that certain spirits, this is that Ed and Lorraine energy coming through, when those demons used to like before they would like abuse us and like lynch us, lynching is coming through, burning fire is coming through, hanging is coming through, something about a tree is coming through, which I will get into. But those spirits before, or those people, those beastly, you know who I'm talking about, the people who used to torture us, indigenous ones, when they used to before they would do their act, they would put a cross to our foreheads. They would put their cross on our foreheads. And now this is why you have those spirits attacking those people. You have those demons coming through those people, because those are those spirits that were let's just say tortured. They were tortured before they died. So you were put through a lot of torture, a lot of pain, a lot of agony before you died. Her, literally, she was put through some form of suffocation, some form. You see the cage back here. I don't know if you guys, there's a cage right here, if you guys can see, but some form of encagement, entrapment, imprisonment, you know, that was dealt to her before death. And you know, sometimes, like I said, when spirits die like that, like let's just say somebody like, I use the example of being shot, or like someone like, I don't know, just jumping to their death. Some people don't realize that they're actually dead, so they don't accept it. You feel me? This is why it's hard for some spirits to move on, to move forward, to let go, because they never got their justice. They never got to say goodbye. You feel me? And she's giving me that form of energy here. And it could be pertaining to her daughter, her baby, her child. There was an infant here at the time of her death. Yeah, she just gave me this card, the Lover, someone she loved. You see how they're looking up, the mother and the father, the three, the mother, son, and, or excuse me, you know what I mean, the Holy Spirit, the Trinity energy, basically. You see how there's three here. And back to this energy right here. I wish I would leave the cards out. Okay, here it is. You see how there's a heart right here in the center? There's also a heart right here. So there's something loved here, something regarding a loved one that's coming through. Let's see. Lineage, stolen, buried. So there was something that was stolen from her. Some form of like mischievous act was done underneath her nose. I'm hearing like right underneath my nose. So she was buried, something was buried, capsule letter, buried, justice. And then she had me draw an arrow to this. So there was some form of, I'm getting but right before it happened, she's saying right before it happened, I buried it in a capsule. So it's like someone who robs a bank. They hide the money under the water in some form of capsule or safe or something, you know what I mean? Before this could actually happen, before they could actually come and crucify, I keep getting that word crucify. It's like they like tortured her family before, like the mob. Like they would torture you, they would burn you, they would kill your kids, you feel me? They would come in and just ambush your family. So before they could do this, she basically hid her royals, her property, her jewels, her inheritance here. Like I said at the beginning, they wanted that. They wanted profit. They wanted some type of bargain with her, but she never seen it as like it was priceless to her. So she knew that they were coming for that. I'm hearing coming back for that. So it's like it's like someone left, and then she knew that they would come back. She knew the energy, the vibe that they gave her, that they would be back, you know? And this time I'm hearing like to stay or something like that. I'm hearing, and this time I don't know how it's gonna turn out, or like it's like she knew how it would be. So there's a capsule. She hid this, so it's to this day still hidden. 2022, it's still hidden. They buried me underneath the house. I hid the money. They buried the will. So she literally said this. She said they buried me underneath the house. So she's literally underneath her house. I'm getting something about her bones. Those are the bones that I seen. The screws, the crucifixion here. They like tied her, pinned her up. They like tortured her, and then they buried her. They buried her. I flipped on the Empress, the royalty. They needed, I'm hearing they needed me. Yep, look, this came right out. You see the screws here? The cross again. Some form of masonry here. Stones, I'm seeing stones, and those almost look like bones on top of it, guys. Wow. She knew preparation. King of Cups here. That's also some form of like deep intuitive knowing here. Look, the High Priestess, the knowing. She had like a lot of knowing within her. Okay. She said I had no more time. And her child, I'm getting something about her innocent child, my child. I hid the money, so the money is still hidden to this very day, and they buried her will. So it's like they took her will, because her will basically left her inheritance to her child, to her baby. She gave me a message that it was all about her and her baby, but there was something about the will that they wanted, that they needed, and basically what it was that they were gonna kill her. They were gonna take her child. I don't know if they were gonna kill her child, or if they killed her child. I'm not sure. The horn, they possibly did kill her child, but this is giving me the energy of payback, some form of payback. Like they wanted to like steal from her. They wanted to take everything she had. They wanted her I'm hearing something about ownership. They wanted to like have the will. They wanted something to do with that. They wanted property over that. I'm hearing management. They wanted to basically rule her land, control, basically. That's what it is. Yeah, they buried the will. Okay, let me see. Solving mysteries. This is basically what this is. Madonna. So the Virgin Mary, she gave me the word Madonna. So there's like a Virgin Mary, like that high priestess, that saint energy. Mother Teresa, basically. And then when I wrote down Madonna, Virgin Mary, I got a very warm touch on me. Like it was like something had touched my hand. Look, this just popped up on my hand. It's like something popped up on my hand, or like someone touched me. Like you see those almost look like ashes. They are ashes, actually. But you know what's crazy? Prior to this day, I kept hearing ashes. So something about burning, the lynch. So let's see here. Planned strategy onto me. So they planned this. Like I said, she was already consciously aware. The High Priestess, they was already like, she already knew how they would come back. They knew So it was her and someone else, possibly her and her husband or something like that. But I did hear it was all about me and my child. Maybe she was trying to protect her child from this, and in preparation, her and her husband. But there was something here very bad that happened because they were very royal, you know, and that they had a lot of rats. Didn't we see rats in the reading? I mean, in the book, the book, you know, when it told us about it. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, the book by Stephen King. But moral of the story, the lake near the, or she said the lake, near the lake, there's something near the lake. And then I wrote here modest or nudist or something like that. And then I have mob. This is where the mob comes into play. So there's something she hid near the lake, or there's something hidden near the lake. There was a home. She had a, like I said, she had a very big land, acres, and there was a lake, and she had a huge tree in the back near the lake. Very beautiful home. I can show you her home. She wants me to show you her home, the type of home she had. This is it, and it came up in black and white, and it has something. You see how it says Egyptians here? That's so funny to me that it says, it literally says Cairo Egyptian home interior, Egypt old photos historical, and this is the home. Very antique, very like this was in the 1900s, so you got to think this is very lush, you know what I mean, with this type of furniture, you know, with the ceiling, you know, she had a very beautiful ceiling. She had the long shag rugs and the you know what I mean, just very fancy, like ballroom type energy. Look that up if you want some more clarity with ballroom home. The mob. So she had me write MOB, men of black. So the men were wearing all black. Narcotics, drugs. So there was something dealing with narcotics or drugs here. So maybe some form of bargain that they had going on. I need nuns, or I need this is, oh, she said I need this to get out, and this is where she said nuns. She went to mention the nuns, so something about being the priest, or like the saint here, the Virgin Mary. You guys also know that the Virgos are quote unquote the virgins, so I feel like this all ties in together. She says crowd around someone. Oh, that's what a mob is. I looked up what a mob truly was, and on some shit, y'all, me and my mom was having a conversation today, and we were talking about the girl who's trapped in Germany, I think, or wherever it is over there. She had like some form of narcotic or weed or whatever. It was like a pen though, and they have her over there incarcerated. She began to talk to me about a mob, and I'm like, oh shit, like that weird. And I'm just like, okay, so the spirit, she's telling me a mob came to her, or a mob, some form of civilization or hidden occult that's like targeting people. And she says, or basically what a mob is to crowd around someone in an unruly or excitable way in order to attack them. So to crowd them, to bombard them, to basically like some form of stampede or something, like more than four, more than five, like a lot of men in black, men of black is what she had me write. And she says power saw. This is where the crucifixion, this is where she begins to go into detail about how this actually went down. So viewers description advised basically, but she says power saw. They used a power saw. Go look up a power saw. Underneath her tree she had a power saw. She did a lot of building, a lot of construction. She did a lot of creativity. She built a lot of things. She had a lot of land, a lot of home, a lot of space to do what she wanted to do with whatever she, you know, could do. So basically they used her weapons against her. Tamoli, she gave me the word tamoli, and you guys may be like, what the hell? It's not the food. It's actually I looked up the origin of the word, and it basically it translates into a female. It's a female name I wrote it weird. It's a female name and it actually means beautiful vision. So like I said, she created a lot. She had a lot of creativity. So she had a beautiful sight. She had a worldly eye, a big perception. You know, like she had a lot of creative energy. Very the birds. She had a very beautiful like she was very inspiring, very ambitious. You know about her work is what she liked to do. She had a very ongoing spirit. She loved to create and keep building and building. You know, this is why they wanted to take from her. When people begin to see that you're growing, they want you to stop. They want to block you because they're not understanding it. They're not there with you, so they can't have it. You know, people tend to hate what they don't understand. So they made it seem like I killed myself. So I'm getting with the will. She literally said they hid her will. So she began to mention how they made it seem like she killed herself. So I'm getting something about it, the news, the mob. My mom began to tell me, because I was like, damn, she brought up the mob, so let me ask her, what does it mean to her? She began to say how the mob deals. I was like, okay, so yada yada whoop. Does it tie into the government? Do they work with the government? She was like, yeah, this is how they keep the people, you know, this is how they keep the minds trapped. And I'm like, oh, okay, because they have a tie to the people. They have some form of control, the power. This is the power, greed. They have the upper hand over people. The mob do, for this example. So you got to look at the government. They have this hand, the control, the power over the minds of the people. The mob is like the gang of it all, you know, the controllers of the town, of the city, of the state, you know, wherever it is. They have all the money, all the drugs, all the fame, the power, you feel me? So they are like the government. They're like this secret society. And now that I know, I'm like, how come this never got out? How come she never got her justice? They lied about it on the internet, of course, on the news, about her death, you know. But you know what I mean? They made it seem as if she killed herself, you feel me? But realistically speaking, it was more so like she actually was attacked by the government. She was attacked by this mob, this civilization, this occult, you feel me? And she said ice picking tools. Go look up ice picking tools. Literally go look up ice picking tools. They used that, and she gave me a vision. They were beating that in her temple. They were beating her in her temple with an ice picking tool. She also gave me the vision of a T-shaped screw, or some form of T-shaped point, with like, it was a very sharp tool or something like that, and then it was T-shaped, and they used that on her as well. I'm getting like the back of her head or something. So that's the crucifixion. They almost did her like Jesus, you know what I mean? It's almost like, okay, this is so crazy. So you know how I just mentioned our ancestors, how they were before they were brutalized? The saints, basically, the Christians, the Catholics, those are actually occults. How they would actually aim the cross at her at our foreheads, and the center of our foreheads, before, you know, basically to like mark their territory, you know, to like basically claim their set and on some shit like the mob energy. So she's saying with that, basically what they were doing with her was they basically like they teased her before she passed. They teased her before she you know, was taken out. They basically did something very, very crucifying, very detrimental to her, to embed within her who they are. You know, this is who we are. We are the rulers. You know what I'm saying? We are in charge. You see the comparison there? It's almost like the ones who are truly indigenous, the ones who truly embody the power, the ones who are truly royal, you know, who truly have the inheritance, the generational wealth. She had that. She had that, and they wanted it. They wanted her, everything she had. They didn't care about her, you know. They needed her property, kind of like Queen Elizabeth, how she's sitting on gold. Those plates, you know, that gold, who truly owns the gold? Who's truly the gold? So it's like she literally had that. They literally came in to steal and collect what was never theirs. So it's like that whole thing. They basically wanted to embed that fear within her before she died. And this is why, like I said again, a lot of the poltergeist energy, a lot of these people are possessed with demons and spirits, and then when they hold the cross to them, they begin to scream and react and have all this rage and fear and just hatred. Because you have to think, before those spirits died, what did those people do? They did that. They put the crosses to your head, and then they did their debt. So it's like that same thing here. Some form of hidden society. She said they cooked, scorned. She gave me the word scorned. She said they cooked me until I was bones. Lynching energy. I just heard damn. They cooked me until I was bones. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I actually screenshotted something about it. Lynching were violent public acts that white people used to terrorize and control black people in the 19th and 20th century, particularly in the South. Lynching typically evoked images of black men and women hanging from trees, but they involved other extremely brutality, such as torture, mutilation, decapitation, and desecration. Some victims were burned alive. So this is where it gets like, she's basically all of that what I just said, mutilation, the brutality that was forced and then burned alive, all of this was done to her. So it's like, if you're gonna watch yourself, she said, they cooked me until I was bones. So they didn't kill her. It's almost like die slow. You feel me? That type of energy was fucked up, and that's why I heard damn. And now she said harvested my kidneys. So I'm like, okay, why was kidneys so significant for you? Or like why was it so important to them? I looked it up, and it said the kidneys, I looked up the mobility of it. What was his importance? What was the kidneys? What was it to do? You know, basically the kidneys' work was to remove waste products from the body, to remove drugs from the body, narcotics, the mob, to remove drugs from the body, jugs. I just said jugs. So it's like that harvesting. When they took her kidneys, they harvested it. She said in jugs, remove drugs from the body and balance his body fluid. At that time, they were heavy into drugs, is what she said. The mob, narcotics, basically what they did, removes waste from the body. So it's like these people were participating in some very low acts. You know, they kept a lot of drugs, they kept a lot of dirty filth, you know, and they intaked it a lot. So basically what they did, they took her organ, the organ that they basically needed from her, you know, to keep them up and going, to keep them alive. Like I said, they worked with the government, so it's not like they had to stay hidden. You know, they all they had to do was do what they were told to be done, and then get back to where, you know, they belong. So it's not like they couldn't go to the hospital and say, hey, I have this kidney, do this for me. They work with these people. You feel me? This was something they had done. This is the mob that we're talking about. This is a very dark, sinister cult or civilization, group of people who done a lot, who keep up that title of power. You know, they keep up this whole persona of I'm unfuckwittable. Nobody can stop us. This is why they tortured her before they killed her. You feel me? To let it be known. You know what I mean? Do they have it on record? I just heard no. I literally just heard someone say no. They didn't record it. Secrecy, something about secrecy, formal. So it's like they wanted to keep it hidden. Remember we said something hidden by the lake? So it's like maybe she hid something, or she did something, you know, to keep this or break this code or something. She also wanted something to be out about their secret, you know what I mean? This is why I'm here, this is why I'm speaking this. But it's something else about, the way that she was like tortured, what they like, how they would do it, because you know how they did on the news, they said that she had killed herself. So she didn't kill herself. They tortured her. She said, this is where it gets deep. She said September 16th 1968. She gave me that date. And then she said, I was raped. They ejaculated on me. They painted me black. Spray paint. Tree paint. She said tree paint. So I'm getting, they like sprayed, because remember we said the mob, men of black. Something about jealousy or envy or hate towards melanin. They spray painted her jet black, like black. And they paint, yes, she said something about a tree. So they raped her, and then they ejaculated onto her, and she said completely mistreated me. I had been left. She said I had been left. So she been died. God allowed me to see it. So remember when I said something was hidden in the bush or something was hidden near the lake? I don't know if she had some form of camera or surveillance or something, because like I said, she did have a lot of land. So maybe she did have surveillance, hidden surveillance or something. But she said she had been left her body after they removed her kidneys, I'm guessing here, and they were still. She said they completely mistreated me. So maybe they were still like raping her. You know what I mean? Still like abusing the body. You know what I mean? All over greed. And then I got the word resilient. And then here's formal again. She gave me the word formal. So keeping it calm, keeping it close, keeping it a secret here. Covenant is what I'm also hearing. Wow. And then I literally wrote fucking covenant. It was all a mistake. She literally said it was all a mistake. And then she goes to say, covenant, mob service, masons. Everyone was so eager and appealed to visit. So it was like everyone was seen. So, dude, why the fuck this man keep writing us? Damn. She said, everyone was so see how this man keeps riding past? I literally said something. Everyone was so eager and appealed to visiting. So I'm getting her land was so beautiful. People would keep riding past. People would be so appealed or appalled at her view, at how it would look. It would be so big and beautiful because it was the 1900s. A nickel was, like enough for bread. Like everything was a lot, back then. And to have that ball house room and the pearls and the gold, and the rubies, you know what I mean, the diamonds, everything that she had was literally legit, and she was rich. She was so rich through inheritance, through generations, handed down. I'm getting something about her grandfather here. Let me see. I just opened it to the star card. Look at the pentagon on top of her head. Divination. Inheritance. Land. Her land. The lake. Look, the mother. Her mother. Or the child. You see the baby. Her child. That's literally all she cared about was her child. Yeah, they killed her. Yep. Something about the woods. Blood, the trees. Something about blood on the trees. I'm hearing I want to go home. Yeah, that's the entrapment of the spirit. Wow. And then look at how this looks like almost like a maze. You see how this looks like an entrapment, like an everlasting up and down cycle here. I just seen 48, like a constant repetitive, like there's no way out. You see how this window here is like there's no way out. take a look at the illustration right here. Look at this. No way out. When she goes through that door, she's back at the top. When she goes down the stairs, she's back at the bottom. Then there's no way out. She says, I want to go home. Yeah, look, entrapment. Bondage. I'm stuck here. Look, the blood on the trees. See the blood on the trees? Wow. Let me get it one more. Yeah, look, the mob. The men of black. You see how he's wearing black with the bones? And I just see like a mock of birds. Look at this. Please focus. But there's like bones in that boat. The lake. And they all have knives in them. Wow. Men of black. The control, the power. See how he's like puppeting this person. Something about a cycle ending or completion or something here. Okay, here it is. It was all a mistake. Covenant mob service Masons. Everyone was eager and appealed to visiting. Okay. This is where she began to speak, and I quote, I can still feel their fear. Quote. And then again, she says, if they ever have to gang upon you, you have already won. That's what she said, and I just heard a horn. She said, if they ever have to gang upon you, you've already won. So there's something here regarding ganging up on her, ambush. I can still feel their fear, so it was almost like they're afraid of her. So something about her level of being, her inheritance, her power, her aura. She gave off this very like dominance, you know, about her, and she definitely she scared them to the point where they ganged up on her, and they like broke into her house, you know. They're like what is it called? What is it called? Now I gotta find this word. What is it called when someone like breaks into your house and like kills you? Fuck, that's literally what it is. That's what it is. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, I gotta look this through. What is it called? Home invasion? Is that what it's called? A home invasion? But it's deeper than that. It's like fuck, man. What is it called? Like fuck, man. Damn, I wish I knew. It's like when somebody breaks into your house and they're like, it's not like premeditated murder, but it's like, damn, I swear that's literally what it is here. Okay, if they ever have to gang up on, okay, I always kept her in white. Okay, this is where she begins to talk about her daughter. She said, I always kept her in white. Crib, remember we seen the crib, the baby crib, and her name, she's given me the name Olivia. I don't know if that's her name, but Olivia is the name that she gave me. I heard she is. Something felt strange. I could feel their fear. She said I could feel the fear. Their energy was curious, almost like asking questions they didn't care to know. Like asking for answers they didn't care to know. It's kind of like small talk. So they were like small talking her, basically getting her comfortable, you know, but she said their energy was so odd. It was curious, you know what I mean? And there was something about land rights. And then she gave me the word ambient. So I looked that up, and it means immediate surrounding of something or someone. So ambient. So that surrounding, getting her comfortable, basically acting as if it's a friendly neighbor or friendly visit, but it was more so a setup. You know what I mean? All I trusted was my baby. Okay. And then she gave me the word Epstein, which translated or derived from the word water. This is where it starts, y'all. The word Epstein derived, or the origin means water. I just said men, so it's like men ambushing and taking her to the water, dragging her to the lake. Trapped spirit. This is where she begins to tell me they trapped her, or she feels trapped here. A masquerade, and then I looked that up. Of course, a masquerade is like a facade, some form of deception or disguise here. That was them asking the questions, pretending to care, pretending to want to know, but not necessarily. Like, she can feel that they didn't care. They were just asking. It was like a distraction. Like men would be like walking around her, behind her, on the side of her, like just trying to like look around her house and act as if like they're so appealed with her, with whatever she had, but not necessarily with what she had. They wanted it. They didn't care about how it looked. They wanted it. They needed it. So they put on a facade. They were very deceptive. That rat energy. She also began to say, the spirit of my child has come back. And then, I don't know, it kind of went blank with her, and then she said, I hid her. So she hid her child. Remember I said, I don't know if they killed her or not. I don't know if they found the child. I don't know if the child died or not. But the spirit of my child has come back. This is literally where it stopped. The energy, like, it just stopped. And I don't know, 6:16 on the clock. Literally, the embodiment of her spirit has come back. I wonder if I can get some answers. Like, where's her child now? You know what I mean? Where's your child now? Look, angels touch me in my sleep. Something about my child is protected. Hold on. Oh my god, I just seen somebody fucking standing there. What the fuck? I literally just seen like all white. Remember she said she dressed her baby in all white? Something about family here. Bullied since a child. Where's your child? It's almost like I want to say, who is your child? I'm not even joking. Hold on. Waiting for you to leave the house. So somebody's watching over. They stare because you're beautiful. Before slavery. Polygamy and crystal blood. So something here about multiple people. You may have to. It says you. Just seen. Look, itchy nose. Y'all know when my nose started rubbing. Keep seeing something about a child. It says bullied since a child. Something about a home. Let up. Something about a home is coming up. Inheritance. Okay, look. I just seen hid cameras. She hid cameras. She hid cameras. Something about her child. Egypt. Egypt, the home. Egypt. What the fuck? Oh. Something about her child is spawning, or her child has spawned, or something like that. Look, asexual, the original beings. You know, women were asexual, meaning we could create without men. We can have children without men. Children. Getting something about the ticking scale thing. Something about the inner mind under hypnosis. I'm hearing purgatory. Okay, let's see. My ancestors got the same fire in them as me. So something about inheritance, blood. Just when things seem too heavy, realize you've already picked it up. So it's like gaining awareness, gaining some form of insight, some form of epiphany. Just when things seem to be confusing, you figure it out. Even if people aren't genuine, you're still gonna be all right. If anybody really wanted to, they really would. Simple. The advantage is you. The universe will be offering you a mystery. People want you to feel less than. Parents and regret. It's like her spirit. It's like embodiment of a spirit. Believe that you are makes it true. Believing that you are makes it true. I don't know. Because now I'm curious about her baby. If you were wondering, your muscles jump when your angels are trying to tell you something. I'm seeing here. Look for a sign. Beauty pageants, childhood memories. Something about born to lead, here to teach, created to love. Born to lead, here to teach, created to love. All right. Child. The child. The innocent. Page of Wands. The child. I just heard look up. You see those family? Look at all those people. It's like a family. Wow. And then look down there. Do y'all see this? It's for a baby. It's like a baby carriage. I'm hearing I got your back. And I'm hearing a siren, an ambulance. I'm hearing in due timing. Look at this. Something was hidden. Something is hidden near the lake. And you see the roses? My God. Those are roses. Those are white roses. Something was hidden. Family. Look, I opened it to this. Family. Family. Look at all those people. Something about family, inheritance. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna get a dream about this. Or a vision, or see like something that's gonna... We did see look for the signs. Last night I was controlling the weather. It was like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was crying. And when like I would like cry harder, it would lightning like hard as fuck. Like, I don't know, it would just like, it literally started raining 2 in the morning. You feel me? It was so weird. It's like, look, you see how she's sitting on the world, like, and she's holding like the time, controlling something, like having the control. And you see how all those heads, like the onion, the peeled onion effect. I don't know, it's like having some form of advantage, or like monitor. Remember she said, I got your back? The will. The will. Rising from the dead. The return of her, the spirit of her child is back. Look. The lake. The lake, you see how in her reflection there's like it's like a skeleton? Her child. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 on this, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm hearing innocence, perfection. Innocence, and then look at the title cover of this. Pregnant. Let me see. Wait a minute. I'm gonna close this out in a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Let me see what she want me to know. My baby has returned. Yeah, look. A dream. Sleepy. I said I was gonna see it in my dreams, or I was gonna get a what? A vision. Only you have access. And then this fell out. Love is there. I'm getting you changed me. She said you changed me, and I just see my birthday, August 29th. Tapped into the underworld, tapped into her world, her astral world. Look, baby sent her baby. Her baby. Look, mafia, the mob. I know the way out. The escape. Ascended master. The return of the child. Yeah, divine intervention. You found what you were looking for. The arrival. Okay. Are you the mother? Tap in. Justice. Oh my God. I just said, are you the mother? And this came out. Nice to meet you. Past life. Look, gatekeeper. That says Anubis, the gatekeeper. So a past life, mother. Look, lost files, a past life. My mother. I don't know. Solving mysteries. Speak for me. Okay. Hypnosis. Wow. Multiple lives. Past lives. The return. You knew it would be this way. Okay. Parents. 111. Okay. She said Father. She said the Father, the Child, the Holy Spirit. She says change. Relief, some form of relief. The truth shall set you free. Okay. There's a child standing right here. Okay. Okay.